Hello and welcome to another Wraggys Beer Review. So today we're going over to Berkshire, to Siren Craft Brew Company, as you can see just here. This is their California IPA, Huntingdon. I will read what it says on the back. So, a light crisp IPA with a refreshing zesty citrus notes. And I've just noticed it's 6.2%, get in. Anyway, carry on. We use incredible Citra, Cascade and Mosaic hops for fresh piney aromas and heaps of tropical fruit flavours. Huntingdon finishes with a moorish resinous bitterness, inviting you into the next sip. And it is Berkshire, so I was right. I have to remind me. You know, there's a lot of things I do remember and there's a lot of things I don't remember. And it's not the fact that I'm an ignorant sod or whatever that business is. But I'm just forgetful, and although sometimes some things I find interesting, and the things I don't find interesting, I'm just not interested. And it is what it is, you know. My brain thinks, nah, don't bother. So, Siren Craft's 11th anniversary this year. I don't have the 11th anniversary beers. Our good pal of the channel, Mr. Rob Hopsine, the legendary Yorkshire beer reviewer, who's an original YouTube beer reviewer, not as viral as maybe one or two others, but certainly probably the best out of a lot of them, has reviewed those beers. So check out his live stream if you're interested in Siren Craft's beers. You know, I have no problems with saying about other beer reviewers on the channel and go into their site. Doesn't bother me at all. He's a top class bloke and he's a good lady. So yeah, here's the beer. Don't know if it's going to change when I pour the rest out. It looks like a slightly hazy golden pour at the moment with a white head, but again it may well change because the can has sat there now since Christmas, so it may have settled. They do settle. Best thing to do is turn it a few times and then leave it for an hour and then pour. Just so if you've had a beer, you know, in can for a while, sat on your shelves, like I do behind me. So here we go. Here's the beer. Yeah, big piney nose on this. Resinous piney nose. And actually slightly different in the taste. The tropical hits you first, and a slight resin right at the back end on this. Beers are amazing, aren't they? They do, you know, how do you put all this in the beer for it to do it at a certain stage? Obviously, it's when the hops are added to the beer. And as somebody who's done both home brewing and grain brewing at home, and also collaborations with breweries, I've seen this, you know, at different times, and obviously the adding of the hops at a certain time is so important to that. I do like Siren Craft Brew. They're one of the breweries that are still putting some beers in supermarkets, as difficult as that getting, because what you've got to remember with supermarkets, that the greed of supermarkets, so the profitability for any breweries, certainly craft beer breweries, more so than normal breweries like modern traditional breweries, because craft beer is more expensive to make because of the hops, basically. And the profit margins are, you know, more so it's an advert to get Siren Craft beer into supermarket. It's an advert for Siren Craft over any profit. I know this. I've worked in supermarkets, so I know all this anyway. But the general public just see beer that's, you know, priced more and think, I'm not paying that. And but yeah, you know, hops, malt, it all costs more these days, and duty, of course. So But yeah, I really do enjoy the Siren craft beers. One day, if I'm in the Berkshire area, I shall venture over to Siren Craft and obviously do a beer haul from their brewery. It's not a place in the world where I pass very often. I don't really leave Nottinghamshire, to be honest. I really hate driving, and you know, I think it's because every time I get in the car, bloody red engine management light comes on, and it's like, oh, for God's sakes. And you just start to hate driving. As much as it gives you freedom. But we also need to get to more theme parks. And there is a theme park in the Berkshire area. So, Legoland. I'm sure it's Legoland. Windsor. I don't know. I'm not good with that part of the world. But, yeah. But yeah, I've had some fantastic beers from Siren Craft for my Christmas box, from my son primarily, and a bit from the wife. She paid for some of it, some paid for most of it. And I wanted to support a great brewery. You know, as a gardener who does beer reviews, as a hobby, it's lovely to support breweries that I deem worth supporting. You know, there are some out there I wouldn't touch with a barge pole, but Siren Craft, from what I see on social media, they're good chaps and good ladies, you know, and that's what matters to me. I'm steering away from the mega breweries who really, you know, owned by like the likes of Heineken and them sort of people, and I'm going away from that. And I'm not buying beers just for the views now. I'm buying beers just to support breweries, and I enjoy I enjoy that process. I'm not buying the latest supermarket releases anymore. To be honest, they're all crap anyway. I'm buying the beers that I'm buying to support breweries. And oh, someone's at my door. Bugger. Means that I need to crack on with this beer review because my dinner's going to be about 2 minutes away. Been out all day. Got a nice Chinese dinner. So here we go. So not really any more hazy than it was. Bit hazier, but not thick hazy. Lovely white head in the Siren Craft glass, obviously. I always like to get a glass from a brewery. I need to do some dumping of glasses because I've got some glasses that I will not use again, that I acquired over the years, and yeah, some can get chucked or given to a worthy cause, somebody else. 6.2%. Yeah, it's delivering a nice ABV, and I just need to make sure that I don't go drinking any more tonight and wake up with an hangover. But today's been a great day. I've been to a new brewery for Wraggys Beer Reviews to visit in Melton Mowbray. Round Corner Brewing, cracking little brewery that deserve their plaudits. That they, you know, and I've got 8 of their beers to review, so that's great. You know, I love doing what I do. Strange, isn't it? Talking rubbish on camera about beers and life. And but that's how the channel's grown. You know, nearly at 2 million views. I know some people get 2 million views on one bloody video if they're lucky to go viral, but for a non-viral beer reviewer, it's a big thing. You know, and that's just YouTube views, not other platforms. I go to work, so it's not easy to keep you. Social media is so exploitable if you're good at exploiting it. But again, you know, that you'd need to be doing it as a full-time job to really learn all the processes. That's not for me. I'll have a beer, drink the beer, give a plug on the social media to whatever brewery, and that's generally what I do. Anyway, a very enjoyable beer from Siren Craft. Resinous, piney, tropical. They're the three elements I got throughout. And would I drink it again? Yes. Out of 5, a good 4.3 out of 5 for me on this. Scores matter not. It's a good beer. Cheers.